So we're gonna get started, and we're gonna jump right in. We're gonna ease you into our guests. So the first one we're gonna do just the two of us. It is Proposition 51.
It is Proposition
So
51.
what happened to your accent? You had an accent like 10 seconds ago.
We weren't recording any of that.
No, yes, we were.
Och 17 million dollars in about $9 billion interest.
Proposition 51, the public school facility bond.
Yes.
This is to approve a $9 billion bond to fix and upgrade California schools. Carlos, is there something you want to say?
Yes. I think this is a hilarious bill proposition. I think the fact that I started reading it, started researching it, and as soon as I saw that it was what a state bond is, a $9 billion bond with $8.6 billion in interest, I said, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, is that really the best deal?
It's like
Is that the best deal this state can get?
it makes you wonder, is that how bonds have always worked? Like when we sold war bonds and stuff, did we pay them back at twice the value?
I think if you hold on to it long enough, you get twice the value.
I feel like
but
you can find a loan shark, 3 blocks away and get a better deal.
it's going to take 35 years to pay this off, $500 million a year, a total cost of $17.6 billion. So I'll give you $9 billion now,
yes.
and then you give me $17.6 billion later.
No, that's not going to work for me.
Well, it's for the kids.
What do you got?
So the fiscal, that is the fiscal impact. Notable supporters and opposition. Okay, so supporters, we have the California Democratic Party.
Which is interesting. This one caught me off guard because I've been pretty much on the same page with the KDEM across the board. But go ahead.
The California Republican Party.
Yeah.
The president of the California State PTA, and every educational organization you can think of. Now, the opposition is Governor Jerry Brown.
Love that guy.
The California Taxpayers Action Network, which
love that channel.
I got to say that is kind of like a questionable. It makes me feel a little gross. I did a little bit of research on this group, and they're a little sketchy. And the Nonpartisan Legislative Analyst Office,
Which is what we have in here, correct?
which is what we have in here being the proposition.
Oh, yeah. If you don't have this, take a look at it. The California General Election official voter information guide that just about everybody should have gotten in the mail. And if not, there's plenty of websites that you can go to, such as Ballotpedia.
in lavote.net.
Yeah, they're all there.
And get the information. So the argument supporting this, I found two really stood out for me. One is that it improves the educational facilities.
Yeah.
$7 billion will go to K through 12, and $2 billion will go towards community college and other educational facilities. And the other point is that it helps students in communities and thereby improves the economy. And there's a direct correlation between having the quality of your facility and the quality of the education.
But at the same time, by giving that money, it also locks in certain contractors that I'm sure are supporters of this proposition.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm still thinking, I said direct correlation, which actually I think is an oxymoron. I think it would be direct connection or correlation.
I feel like direct correlation is redundant.
No, isn't a correlation an indirect connection?
No. When you correlate something, you put it together.
I think collate?
Correlate.
Correlate, okay.
Yeah, collate would be to...
Copies. Okay, thank you. Continue.
Yeah. I don't like it because it opens up to more fraud, opens up the construction of buildings, the building of infrastructure to more, Goodfellas-y type setups, backdoor setups. And I don't like it because of the interest. That to me is the biggest thing. I don't want to borrow money for something that isn't going to have a massive impact. Yes, education is wonderful and important, but I feel like we can find that money, we can find those resources from other channels, as opposed to making it a law that mandates that we have to pay it back at a clip of $500 million a year till way after I'm dead. Like it's just like
That's only because you smoke. That's gonna be way after you dead.
well,
that's only 35 years.
Well, once we get to the Proposition 56, maybe I won't smoke. I don't know. I'm just saying.
The argument against it from Governor Jerry Brown, who told the LA Times, quote, "It's a blunderbuss effort that promotes sprawl and squanders money that would be far better spent in low-income communities." And now what he's talking about there is that the state officials, not local communities, control the money. So if you're a school and you want to apply, you have to apply to get money from this proposition. So, and I could be wrong about this, but it seems like if you have if you can afford some good consultants and figure out how to get this money, great. And if you can't, if you don't have those resources, it's going to be harder to get the money and to justify what you need it for. Less resources.
I couldn't agree more. And also, nominee for best use of blunderbuss for 2016.
It was a really smart move because if you just type in the word blunderbuss, this quote will come up.
What movie was that a gun in?
Oh, the blunderbuss. It was the shotgun that had like a really wide.
Oh, with the Bruce Willis and the Jacob Lewitt Packard Hewlett Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
The Mac guy.
Yeah,
Justin.
not the Mac guy. The other one, Inception.
Yeah. It was the time travel.
Yeah. Well, if only there was someone offset that could help us with the movie that was.
Looper.
It's definitely Looper.
Thank you. Yeah, Thank you, Megan Gardner.
Let's keep that. And that was a blunderbuss, I think.
That was.
There we go.
That was definitely a blunderbuss. So my take on it is it's not ideal, but it will help a lot of low-income communities. It's just not the best way to do it, but there aren't a whole lot of other options on the table right now, and I don't want to be the one telling disadvantaged kids that I'm not approving funds. I'm not approving supporting their schools because I don't agree with it on principle.
I'm going to say that it's not ideal, that it gives the state too much power over the communities. And I see what you're saying, but I think I'm going to go with no.
I support that.
You do?
I support your decision. I'm going to go with yes because I got to help the kids.
Amazing.
So that's a mix. That's
Oh, you're saying yes?
I'm saying yes on 51.
I'm saying no on 51.
There you go.
A house divided.
Two houses alike.
No. Good. So that's a cut for 51.